So, I just got the single most expensive computer part I have ever purchased in my life today. And we're going to start with a real quick little unboxing. Switch hands. Then I'm going to explain a few things about how I got such a killer price on this. So we're going to pop the box open here. We'll get the jet out of the way. We open it up. And here it is. The Zotac GeForce GTX 1080 Ti Founders Edition. Now I know what you're thinking. Founders Edition. That means heat issues, right? Yep. And I got plans for that, which we'll get to. So, this guy right here, as we all know, these are $700 cards. Well, all said and done, I've got $593 getting this guy. What I did was the other day, Friday last week, I was looking on an app on my phone that my sister introduced me to called Ibotta. That's this website here. And as you can see, they currently have a 1.5% cashback rebate. Well, last Friday they had a 15% cashback rebate. And so that meant a $100 maximum saving, or $100 maximum cashback. So I went to jet.com and I came in here and I typed in the 1080 Ti, and then I sorted by price, and then I found me the cheapest 1080 Ti Founders Edition, which was the Zotac. And what I did was I did the opt-out of free returns, and that had me with an out-the-door order price with my local tax of $692.99. And the reason I did this and didn't do the one that was $5 cheaper was because my credit card gives me 1.5% cash back. And so instead of getting $5 saved here, I got $10 back with that cash back, combined with when I get the $100 cash back next month from Ibotta, that will bring the price down from the $692.99 to an all-in of just a little under $583. Now, the big deal there is that $583, that's $120 cheaper than your average Founders Edition. And nowadays, they got things like the Kraken G12 in black. This little guy, if you look around, you can get about $30 plus shipping. Oh yeah, also on Jet, I used one of these 15% off, which is maxed at $20 discount on that 1080. And so what you can do is you can take one of these guys, and then you can use any of a large number of all-in-one liquid coolers, like say something like the H55 from Corsair. That means for the $30 for this plus $60 for the H55, you could have a water-cooled Founders Edition for an additional $90 over that $583 that I paid. That brings you to a total of, see, what was that? Well, let's just do it real quick. So if we got 583 plus 90, we got a total of 673. That's cheaper than what your out-the-door price would be on a regular Founders without. And once you add tax to any of these numbers, you're still cheaper than any of these numbers once you add in tax. Or I can go the $120-ish route and get the EVGA hybrid conversion kit. And so let's get back to the card. So that's how you get a dirt cheap Founders Edition. And that's why you don't worry about the fact that it's a Founders Edition, because you can water cool it. Then it doesn't matter, because as we all know, unless you're talking something like a freaking Kingpin or that what was that other one that was just announced? The MSI Lightning X, I believe it was, that they just announced at Computex. Then all of these cards are going to perform basically the same. Alright, so this will be my first time actually seeing it. As you can see, I had to cut the seal there just to get it open. And you can see the seal is still tied on the other end. Alright, so. Oops, shit. Let's see, what do we got to do to. Looks like we just got to. There we go. Got some Zotac branding on the box. And Zotac booklet, which I'll get into later. And I have to just down, like, holy crap, could you be cheaper? Alright, here she is. Okay, we've got a VG, let's see, what is that? Yeah, DVI to DisplayPort cable adapter. We got some mustard cables that we aren't even going to look at. And then the Fiesta Love Resistance. The biggest, that's actually got quite the heft to it. Oh, I'm surprised. GTX 1080 Ti. First impressions? Actually looks better in person than the photos and the videos and everything I've seen. Yeah, and standard 1 HDMI, 3 display ports. You guys know all the specs by now for sure. If not, you can look them up. I'm not going to give them all to you. You got a 8 and a 6 pin and the fan. And then, since I'm sure somebody out there wants to hear this, because apparently that's a new fad. Let's see if I can get it. There we go. There you go. Now, to put this guy into my rig and check it out. Signing off.